and he's with us. She, Jade is both. Are you there, Jade?
G'day. Hey, how you going?
Hello, Right, thank you. Welcome. Do you want to turn your camera on, or do you need to leave it off?
Yeah, look, I'm gonna keep mine really brief.
Yep.
Leanne, thank you. I guess mine's it's a really short one. It's just about the curbside collection.
Yeah.
Out in Wairua. So if I can share my screen just quickly. Can you all see my screen?
Yep, I can see yours. No, we can't see your screen.
Okay.
We can see someone else though. If people aren't making submissions, can you turn your videos off? So that's better. Thank you.
Can you see that? Is it?
It says please wait. Yes, it's here. Thank you. That's a good image.
Sorry. So basically, it's a really quick one. Just saw the submission process on curbside collection. Currently, this is Coody Valley. If you can see my mouse coming up around here.
Yep.
Are you all able to see that? Yeah.
Yep.
So basically, this submission from me is basically just basically a proposal to extend the collection services for the red bin further up the road and more in line with, I guess, the yellow bin collection that we already have. So currently we have all the way up the Coody Valley Road, we've got yellow bin collection, have had for a number of years, and in the submission that council put up on the website, we noticed that the red bin collection was planned to come up the valley and stop at Reynolds Valley, which is this intersection just here. So I guess the crux of what I wanted to talk about really was, like, can we get some consistency in having the red bin all the way up the valley? I know for a fact that there's about 10 vehicles that end up coming down the valley at the moment have to drive all the way out to Birdlings Flat, and just on the topic of emissions that the prior person was talking about, just seems a little bit crazy if we're all having to drive 10 different cars when we've obviously got the yellow bins already getting collected all the way up to the top of the valley. So yeah, it was just a really quick point really. We thought the one truck could just do that run to get from Reynolds Valley turn just all the way up to the top and back. And yeah, that was really all I had to say on that.
Right. So it's how you're talking what? How many meters approximately are you talking, or kilometers?
So basically, if I can just take a little cue from this, I should have jumped on Canterbury Maps instead. Yeah. But it's approximately 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So it's about 1.5 kilometres to the further up the road, and 1.5 kilometres back. And I guess the crux of it for me is really, the yellow bin's getting done all the way to the top. Just a bit unsure as to why the red bin stopping there. And there's it would definitely save a whole bunch of vehicles from travelling all the way to Birdlings Flat, which I don't think is the purpose of having it come 3/4 of the way up the valley and then stop at that point. So
and that you say that there's about a dozen or so lifestyle blocks in that extended area.
Yeah, there is. So there's if I can just point to them here, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then you get up here 7, 8. I know these people quite well. 9, and then there's a couple in here, 10, 11, and there's 12. Yeah. So yeah, there's about a dozen more, and they're all, the majority of these lower ones are all 4 hectare blocks, which is consistent with. They're actually slightly larger down the valley, the land ownership. So there is actually a cluster of slightly higher density blocks that would be getting missed out under this proposal. And then, it seems like it's getting sort of a lower density portion and then stopping. So we're just planning to continue that for getting these 4 hectare blocks around here. And then there's another few that get their yellow bins collected currently that would, it just makes sense to me to have both bins collected.
Yeah,
Otherwise you're kind of going, you're going to Burling's Flat anyway, and then but still putting your recycling at the front on the road. So it just seems a bit bizarre.
Right. Okay. I think that's pretty straightforward. No councillors. Oh, Aaron.
Well, obviously all collections have to stop somewhere, and that's obviously what it does at the moment, which makes sense. And the council's also trying to constantly reduce its carbon footprint, so extending it is questionable around that. But if you have a bin at the moment and you take it to where the collection ends, will it be emptied? Like if all the neighbours say the truck gets to the end there and it's got 20 bins that it does all in one hit, does that currently get offered or not?
Yeah, so we have the yellow bin collection right on every person's driveway has it, all the way up the valley.
The proposal in the annual plan is to put the red bin collection in. We don't do that at the moment, and they go to the dump. And I think what he's saying is that if you don't extend this to the end of the valley, then you'll still have 10, 12 people taking their vehicles all the way to Little River.
Right, so...
And what Aaron's asking
Burling's Flat.
is it possible, Burling's Flat, rather.
Yeah.
Is it possible for people to take their bins to another
to where the truck finishes? How would the locals feel if they took their red bin to that point and then it got picked up by the truck?
That was the question that Aaron was asking.
Yeah.
I think it would be the emissions produced by 12 cars would be more than the truck doing it. For starters, I guess secondly, sorry.
I would have thought that most people would go past each day, but obviously not everyone does. But
no, not out there. No, most of these driveways are quite long. So, yeah.
Okay, makes sense. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look,
thank you.
Thank you very much.
I'll leave it there. Thanks. I appreciate your time. I know it's just probably a small thing in the scheme of your work, so I appreciate it.
Sometimes it's these small things that get overlooked, and so it's worthwhile you bringing it to our attention. So thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Thanks. Next is